I'm Kent Weens, owner of Weens Lawn Care in Parker, Colorado, here with a tip for you on your lawn on a disease called dollar spot. Dollar spot is a foliar disease, meaning it's in the leaf blade. It is caused by different factors contribute to it, poor cultural practices as well as environmental factors such as the weather. It's characterized by what's called wicking on the top of the leaf blade. It's pinched off, as you see in the picture here, kind of similar to a candle wick. Um, High nitrogen rate fertilizers contribute to it. Uh, Watering at night, which is poor cultural practices again. Weather conditions that contribute to it are generally like in the springtime when it's snowing one day and then warm the next, and just fluctuation back and forth, or when it's been cool through the spring and then all of a sudden, early summer it starts getting really really hot. It will show up. Um, if you wait too late in the springtime to turn your sprinklers on and your lawn gets very dried out, and then all of a sudden you pour the water to it, to try to catch up, so to speak. That will can cause it. Um, that's uh, that's the tip that it is a disease is when you give it more a brown spot on the lawn, more watering, and it doesn't get better. It actually gets worse. And so the way to take care of dollar spot is number one, good cultural practices. Number two, use a fungicide that is labeled for dollar spot and follow labeled directions exactly. And then thirdly, the damage will have to be either seeded or sodded and the damaged turf replaced. And this disease can do severe damage and even destroy a lawn. Then now I'm going to give you a report, 10 things you must know to avoid choosing the wrong lawn and tree service. The first one is, are they a legal business? Do they have a registered trade name with the state in which you reside? It is law in the state of Colorado. Every business must have a registered trade name with the state. This is public information, and you can go to the state's website and do a search on their DBA or doing business as name and see. If they don't, you probably don't want to do business with them. Next, how long have they been in business? Just because they haven't been in business very long doesn't necessarily mean they're not a legitimate business. If they have years of experience working for other reputable companies, maybe they just recently made the move to start their own business. But if they just started yesterday and don't have previous experience in the industry, you probably want to stay away. Next, are they registered with the Better Business Bureau? Just because they are not registered with the BBB doesn't necessarily mean they're not a legitimate business. It is very expensive to register with them, and maybe they just can't afford it yet. But you can do a search on their business on the BBB website to see if there are any complaints there against them. I always do a check with the BBB when considering using a new business that I'm not familiar with. Next, are they licensed? You must be licensed with the Colorado Department of Agriculture to legally apply pesticides for hire in the state of Colorado. A pesticide is any chemical used to rid you of a pest. In other words, a herbicide is a weed killer, insecticide is an insect killer, fungicide is a disease killer. Next, do they carry insurance? Any business must carry a minimum of $1 million of liability insurance in the state of Colorado. This is in case they do major damage on your property or there is injury or death caused by them. Next, how much knowledge or experience/knowledge do they have? Do they know enough about lawn and tree care to accurately diagnose and make recommendations for the problems with your lawn and trees? You don't want to be paying them all kinds of money to do the applications, and your lawn just continues to look worse and worse because they're not addressing the problems on your property. All they know how to do is the applications, and that's it. Next, do they guarantee their work? Some things you can't guarantee, such as seeding, because good results depend on the client doing their part by following watering instructions, and we have no control over that, but we can guarantee that the job will be done right the first time and to your satisfaction. Next, why are their prices so much lower on some services such as aeration? First, you must be sure you are comparing apples to apples. Do they carry liability insurance? If they do damage on your property, will they fix it or replace it at no cost to you? If you pay $25 for your aeration and they do $250 of damage to your sprinkler system and won't fix it or replace it, you haven't saved much, have you? And if necessary, get it in writing before they do the job. Next, do they keep their word? When they say they will be there on a certain day, do they show up? If not, do they give you a call to explain why not? Do they say they will do something and when it comes down to it, they won't? Do they quote one price, then bill you for more? How is their integrity? Are they men of their word? Do they return your calls? How soon? And last, do they use safe products? Are they concerned about the health and safety of you, your children, your pets, the environment, the public, your property? Do they list on the invoice they leave with you products used, any precautions, special instructions, EPA registration numbers in case of emergency, their contact information, your contact information? They should, because it's the law. Thank you.